Well, here it is. We are 14 of 15 so far. And coming into this, we have yet to have a repeat winner. As we are green here at Old Spice. Yes, this is not Watkins Glen. I'm sorry, Watkins Glen is not working on my computer right now, so do apologize about that. But Old Spice is still a good track to go to. It's a bit, it's a different one, it's for sure. But, wow, I still don't know what to say about this. We've yet to have a two-time winner this season. Sorry for the little delay, 2-week delay again. I just now put in the points. I was gonna put them in and start recording a few days ago before I left for my tournament, but I forgot to put in the points and I didn't have any more time. But other than that, points didn't really change much. You know, obviously Ponder, Washer obviously moved up a bunch. Yeah, so I've yet to decide what I'm going to do next season. Still got 10 more races to go after this. But I've tested it out, and Charlotte is going to be a fun track. I'm not going to lie. It is going to be a fun track. Brian Lenning, your leader, though, as we head into the lap 2 of 30 here at Old Spice. Yeah, this is a quick road course. It's wide. Definitely not narrow. Only on that last turn. But you're going about between 150 and almost 180 down this turn at least. Basically through the whole track. Be right here is like your slowest part of the track. I'm getting excited to end this season, honestly. Next, like I said, we had the Charlotte. And our first 3 races in the chase are going to be Talladega, Chicago, and Rockingham. So definitely 3 different styles of tracks. And then you head to Homestead, Texas, and South Boston, 3 more different ones. You get an oval 1.5 miles, then a quad oval, and then a really short, 3/4 miles. And then after that, the third round, you cut it down to 16, or the first 16, and after 3, it's 12. And then after those 3, it goes down to 8. And then Kentucky, Sonoma, and Pensacola ring in the last 4. From the looks of it, I think we might have 3 different winners each time into the chase. I don't know. That's going to be really interesting, though. But, like I did say, 16 drivers do make it into the chase. So, I think from the looks of it, because Pichu London won a race early on in the series. So, I think we're down to 13 or 12 drivers, something like that. So, we're going to have 2 at least guaranteed on points. I'm counting right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 winners so far, and we're on race 14. So, there will be at least 2 people. Those 2 people being Sam Young and Cody Lamas, as of right now, if the points were to go into the chase right now. So, I've ran this track 3 times with AI, and 2 out of 3 were no cautions. And the last attempt was not caution fill, but I think it had like 3 or 4. But pit stops will be a big factor here later on in this race. But you see Lennon got out to a nice sizable lead here, followed by DJ Curtis, who does have a win this season, so he's looking to pull off the first person to friggin' get a second win in the season. This is unbelievable. I did not expect this to happen. This is the longest streak that we haven't had a repeat winner in a season. But followed by Curtis is Mason Powers, Theo Stegall, Jared Guerrera, Henry Cavana, Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, Chris Washer, Patrick Warren rounds the top 10, Stephen Paul III, Cody Evans, Seth Cole, John Skavnicki, PJ Williams, Justin Talampis, Sam Young, who's running second in the points. Points as they run, just for, fun fact, because I know it doesn't really matter what points are because it's all about winning. But points leader, Dylan Thoreau, still 8 of the 13 races he has can seal the top 10. Right now, let's see where he's looking. He's not looking at the top 10 right now. He's on 38th. He did not, figured he'd be closer up, to be honest. He ran pretty well in practice. He was running mid 15, 20 or 20th place. Brian Lenning. Let's talk about him for a little bit. Definitely not the kind of luck he's wanted. Mid points. He hasn't had a top 5 all season. So right now would be a good time for him. DJ Curtis, I'm trying to find him. Lower than Brian Lenning in points. More inconsistent than him. 2 top 5s for him, including 1 win. 4 top 10s. Like I said, guys, I'm just trying to get this series over, so I'm going to keep it going. I'm not going to, like, cancel like I did Season 5. That'd be stupid. I know I took a big leave of absence. I probably could have put in another season or 2 in here as well, but, I mean, really, for 30 laps, there's not much to talk about for me. I could probably just do the points the whole time. Probably do my predictions on each race. Going into the chase. For Charlotte, there's no prediction. It's just like a super speedway. There's really no time where somebody's going to be out front, I think, the whole race, to be honest. It'll really have to be who's going to be making that last lap pass at the end of the race. Talladega, I don't know. That's obviously a wild card race there. With the fact of possible full wide racing, they could set up some chasers to be in some deep trouble in the next 2 races at Chicagoland and Rockingham. Rockingham is a really tire-wearing race, and it really beats you down. So I will not be surprised if a lot of drivers get screwed out of that one too. But we're a third of the way through this race, and we are caution-free so far. Lenning has led all 10. So, I know you guys probably forgot, but a rundown of the winners this season, excluding Pichu London, who won the first 5 races, who got replaced, unfortunately. Ryan Acosta, Mason Powers, Alex Hawkins, Jonathan Skavnicki, Henry Cavana, Dylan Thoreau, Harrison Ponder, Steve Pollard, Mike Cavana. So really having a successful season here in these new cars. Joe Davis, who I think was running last, if I'm not mistaken, to be honest. Or no, he's running 40th, so he's pretty close. He's not pretty, yeah. DJ Curtis, who's running 2nd at the moment, and Chris Washer on an unbelievable finish last week. Speaking back to the chase races, Chicagoland has had a history of being a wreck fest. Yes, it has. And I will not be surprised again if it happens again. People get too tight off of 4. 4 is a deadly turn for anybody who runs this track, honestly. It's crazy how much to think of it. His pit stops are underway. I didn't even notice. Anybody stayed out this time? I'm not sure. I think everybody's coming in. Yeah, everybody is coming in this time, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out first in the pit lane here. We'll check it out here off of the pace car. Check rear chase. We'll head back in a minute. 4 tires and fuel for sure. Pit stops are still going here. As Lenning's first out, then Curtis, and everybody else follows. Mason Powers and Curtis, though, having a bit of a battle off pit road. Oh, Curtis almost hits the wall. This might give the opportunity for Powers to hit 2nd, and he does. Lenning off, though, with a perfect pit stop, and probably will increase his lead. as I think the run-through order is probably the exact same. Besides Mason Powers and Curtis, Theo 4th, Gurr 5th, Kavana 6th, Young 7th, 8th, Shelton 9th, Warren, and 10th, Evans. Cody Evans has had a really underdog season, but in my opinion, I feel like he'll be a dark horse. He'll most likely make the chase, either based off of points or trying to get that win at Charlotte. I really do see him making it to the finals, honestly. I would like to see somebody else win the championship, but a two-time champion will determine the dominance of the series for them. Mason Powers, like I said, he's deep in the points. He's actually in the top 35, so he will be able to make the chase off of points, or off of the win. Acosta, not really making that suitable for him. He only had a top 5 in the beginning of the season at Pigs Creek, where he did come out of the gate strong, had 3, decent top 10s throughout the season, but has yet to make something happen throughout since. As Mason Powers' lead is 1 second off of Brian Lenning in the 32. And Mason Powers could make some happen here with the 2-time winner, but Lenning was definitely trying to make that a top priority for him to get a win. Make it in the chase and definitely have an opportunity at this championship. Theo, obviously, he started out late in the season. Not necessarily late, but midway through the season for sure. He definitely will have some opportunities in the season. He has had top 10s and 9 starts, so his average finish is about 20th, so mid-pack throughout the season. But with his 4th place, he will help them get up there in the points, hopefully with the top 35. If not, but he will definitely have next week to try and get there. Maybe even have a win in there as well. So this series, it will continue. And again, I don't have any promises on how long it's going to be. I'm sorry. But hopefully it does stay out for a while, hopefully. It's halfway through here at Old Spice, as Powers is actually catching Lenning here. I feel like Powers and that 3 team really have something on this road course. And mainly other road courses too. I've seen them test out Sonoma, and they're dominating. They're flying through corners, drifting around. Let's look at somebody else at this field. Skavnicki, Talampis, Chris Washer, coming off of a crazy ending, a last freaking like 500 feet pass to win Auto Club, to put himself in the chase. From the looks of it, I do not think he would have made it off of points unless he had everybody else finish last in front of him and he finished second. But definitely interesting here for him. Has had a good history throughout the season here, in the past seasons as well. Been with us, I believe, since season 2. And has made a name of himself in that 5 team for a long time. And it's good to see him out there on the track week in and week out. Speaking of the second place driver, Mason Powers, let's look at his sibling, Eric Powers, running another bad run for him. That 8 team does not seem to be hitting their marks, as right now they are last in points. Not looking too good in these last few races, that's for sure. Their average finish is in the low 30s. He does have a top 5. I mean, him and Cavagnero in the 20, they both have not had their series of races this season. As I don't think it's any better for Cavagnero, who's in 40th. And where's the 77? Oh, the 77's a lap down. Heading back into pit road for unknown causes. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see why the 77 came down pit road. Had to come in for tires. Probably just making a scheduled stop. I don't know. Yeah, I think he's just trying to get in there early. I think he's trying to make it off of this 2-stop right here, being the first one in. I think he just, yeah, he did. He just came into pit road. But he is now last, obviously a lap down in the middle of the pack. So maybe send some up for something interesting here to end the race. As we are approaching 10 to go. As Lenning's lead is decreasing. As Mason Powers is catching him quick. He's taking a shorter part of the track by a little bit, but the laps are adding up, and Powers is getting around this track faster than Lenning is. Pit stops should be in about 3 or 4 laps here to be the last ones of the day. And that will definitely decide who's going to win this thing. As Mason Powers is really flying through this track. I will not be surprised if he tries catching him before this round of pit stops. As this is where the turn that really Powers can really gain his ground. As look at the lead now. Decreased to 0.4 of a second. Gain 0.2 there, but if they gain another 2, it'll be down to 0.2 and probably an interesting pit stop there for the 2 of them. And from past races, DJ Curtis does have a history of closing out races in ways that not many can do. So do not count him out either. As pit stops should be rolling around here in a few laps. As yeah, right now, here it comes. As Powers really trying to speed up right behind Lenning here. As the wave of pit stops come around, and everybody looks like they are coming in. Yes, that is true. Obviously, everyone be... Oh, Cody Evans stays out. And Seth Cole and Jessica Shelton. Unless they all came in later. No, I'm not sure. I think they're good on fuel. I think they're good on pit stops, but let's see as everyone's coming out. As last can of fuel, as Powers is the first one out. Lenning is stuck in pit road. They have to stop in. They stay in there, and Powers is the first one out. As Cody Evans and Powers are actually battling for the lead here. As this should be up for an exciting finish, I feel like. One battling to get into the chase. One just trying to get a second win of the season. They get really tight off there of the turn. As the caution is actually out. It looks like it's for the 12 car. I don't know. No? But they are racing back to the line here. As Evans leads them there. We'll be right back to see what brought out this caution. We'll be back. And we found out what happened, and it did not get any better for Lenning off of pit road. Coming off double foul, he bangs into the wall and takes a ride down the bridge. As this brought out the caution, no damage really done for the 32, but definitely a bad run after that pit stop. As we'll be right back here, hopefully with like 4 or 5 to go here at Old Spice. We'll get back. And I forgot they only do 1 lap here. Green flag back out. Evans with the lead though. Evans with a decent lead here. I want to see him pull it out, though. I said this early in the race. I'm like, he's got to win eventually. And now this could be his chance. Him and Powers have been battling it out since the pit stop, so I will not be surprised if they are battling it out for this win here in the last 5 laps. There's Powers' favorite corner right there. He really gets a run in there. 5 laps to go here at Old Spice. It's down the long straight on the bridge. Evans easing his way through this track. There's a double file actually here back here. We're getting some good racing back here. So run through the field here. It has 4 to go here at Old Spice. It's getting exciting, boys and girls. Evans really has the pressure on him, and there's a caution out. Looks like it's for the 8 car. We'll take a look at it right now, actually. Since we have a view on it. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh, it was Levi McIntyre who got turned off of the final turn. Bangs in the wall hard. So that brings out the caution. I'll race back to the line. It's going to be Cody Evans. And I think we'll be back here with 1 to go as we'll take you back green flag racing here at Old Spice. And unfortunately, we do not go back green flag racing here at Old Spice. Your winner, Cody Evans. Congrats to him on a well-deserved win and locks himself into the chase. Congrats for him. Here's a run through of your final standings. So we head to Charlotte for the final race of the regular season. Thank you all for watching here once again. Cody Evans wins here under yellow. We'll see you guys next week at Charlotte.